The Refreshingly Normal Podcast. Welcome back, family. Thank you for tuning in to the Refreshingly Normal Podcast. I am Kefla.
I am Cree.
And we are the dynamic duo of a married couple.
Married.
We are. Yeah, who are is both, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. We are bringing to you a lot of refreshingly normal advice, stories, laughter, personality, and just looks. You know what I'm saying? What a good couple could look like. You know, I'm not saying aesthetically, but just, look at you. Just saying, hey, we can look like regular people.
Regular.
You know what I'm saying?
Regular, degular.
Regular, degular, smegular. So, let's jump into it. It's a beautiful day outside today. Mm-hmm. It's like 60-something degrees.
Yeah. It was chilly this morning.
Yeah, it was 80-something yesterday.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 80-something yesterday. So, it felt like it too. But that pollen was doing its thing. And then at the end, the pollen started flowing heavily because the wind picked up. Mm-hmm. Would you smell something?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I don't know either.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I just remind me to edit it out. Saying like, ooh, they house steak.
Oh, no.
So, all right.
I think it's these plants. Did you put some fertilizer in it?
I did some spray, but I don't smell it.
That might be what it is.
It was some bug like spray.
Mm-hmm. That's what I smell.
You think that's what it is? Go over there and smell that jar right there.
I'm not getting up.
That probably ain't what it is then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to it.
Okay.
So yesterday, it was kind of cool, and then the wind started picking up in the evening, which was blowing all that pollen around. And that's when we went to eat. And it was like, I was feeling good before I went, but then while we were waiting, it started.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it had me super congested.
Yes.
So, but that was crazy.
Yeah.
But enough of just yesterday. How was your week?
Ew. My week was fantastic.
Great.
Had a great week. Spent my week doing a parent workshop this week.
Okay, that's good stuff.
And that went well. Got lots of compliments of it being great information and that they feeling like I was a great presenter.
Were you though?
Yeah, they said, I don't know, it's just you're just such a great presenter. It's like, I don't know if it's the cadence in your voice.
That could have been it.
I was like, I don't know.
Very cadency.
I am. So, anywho, that is what I had this week. And, of course, y'all know I saw my clients. And it was a great, productive week with them. Celebrated their successes. And everybody had success this week. I mean, it was just a great, fantabulous week. Just call me Top Dog Law. I had to go to court this week because they had the nerve to send me a ticket talking about I ran a red light. Now, I frequent this intersection.
I thought you would say I frequent red lights.
No. And I do not run red lights, especially if I see a camera.
All right, then.
So they come sending me a ticket. And on the ticket, you couldn't even see the red light.
No, you couldn't.
So I told this one over here, I'm not paying this ticket. I am going to turn this back in and tell them I would like to fight it. So sure enough, I did. He's like, you really going to fight that ticket? Yes, I'm keeping my $75. So they sent me a court date. Let me tell you about the enormous amount of favor I had. Mm-hmm. So first, you have to, it was like a little bit of a line to get into traffic court. Then I was in line, and then I didn't know if the line would keep going or not, but then I had to use the restroom. I was like, man, I'm going to get out of line. I have to get back in line. I was like, just go use the restroom. So I went on to use the restroom, came back out. The line was clear. Favor. Then I went to go sit down, and then the judge, before when I was in the line, the police officer that you have to go through the metal detector and all the stuff, remind me of, what was Andy Griffith's sidekick?
Andy and shoot.
Grady, not Grady. No, Grady was the drunk in the cell.
No, his name
Grady
wasn't Grady.
was. That was it.
His name was Grady.
I thought, yeah, he was.
That's a black name. It wasn't nothing. They ain't never had nothing black.
I'm gonna look it up when it's your turn to talk. The Grady. One that used to come and let his own self in the cell.
I don't know if his name.
Barney
was
Fife.
That's Barney. Barney
Fife. Barney Fife is the sidekick.
Yeah.
But Grady is the one who would come let himself into the cell. Look it up. Anyways, he was going on and on about, just so you know, this ain't this, and he had a little bit of a lisp. This ain't gonna be no 2-3 hours, one quick thing. You got to say, so he had that list.
You gonna mess around?
Okay. He had that list.
Ernest. His name was Ernest.
Oh, it's Ernest? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Grady is on
Fred Sanford.
Fred Sanford. Okay, my bad. So anywho, he was giving us all the rundown that it's not gonna be quick. If you thought you were going to come in and out today, you might want to start calling your people, your job, or whomever. Let them know it could be 2 to 4 hours, giving the rundown. So we got into court, same thing. They were saying it's not going to be quick. You see all these people in here. It's going to take amount of time. Well, guess who was the fourth person to be called?
Who was it?
This lady.
Yeah.
I went up and the man said, yeah, I didn't see a red light. I watched the video, so we're just going to dismiss it. I said, I didn't see a red light either. I frequent that path, and I know how the light works. And he goes, yeah, I'm just going to dismiss it. You are free to go, Mrs. Hare. And I was like, thank you so much. Went on about my way. In and out of court, 8:30, was out by 9.
All right, because favor ain't fair, but it sure feels good enough. I thought it was good enough.
Fabulous. Child. You don't even much know
I don't.
The sound.
I don't. It's too new.
Like
old songs. That's how I was raised.
That made for a great week.
Yeah, it was.
So I won that case. Y'all need me to help you out with your cases, just call
Top Dog Law. Is your car being towed? Are you afraid of getting a ticket for running a red light? We'll call Top Dog Crecia Law. She'll get you dismissed.
And you know it.
That's it. Y'all like that commercial?
So anywho, that's how the week went. It was good. A pretty good week. Now, the pollen did beat me up.
Yeah.
And one thing, if y'all don't know, I was just like all this week. So first, this one did say, hey, you want to take you some allergy medicine? And I was like, no, I don't. The pollen doesn't bother me. And come Monday night, I was like, where is the allergy medicine?
Yep.
Because it's some super pollen out there. And then all this week, it was on track every day about 1:45-ish. I'm talking about at my desk at work, like I could go to sleep. I was so tired. And so I was
But
like,
what did you discover?
That pollen. There's a such thing as pollen fatigue. And so if you find yourself tired with the pollen and you have allergies, there is a such thing as pollen fatigue.
I said I was going to look it up.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, that explains it. So what I've noticed is, so I started taking that Monday night. I took the Benadryl in the morning. I took the everyday, like 24-hour allergy pill. And then I kept doing like the Benadryl at night, the allergy pill through the day. And so I think today I feel much better than what I felt when Monday came, or the rest of the week. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was that pollen, child, it won. TKO.
Looks like another pollen TKO.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what it was?
It was.
I know it.
So, anywho, that was my week. What about
Well, you made it.
I made it.
You survived it.
I made it. Mm-hmm. So, how about you?
My week was nothing exciting. Like, really, nothing exciting, nothing fun. As far as the kids was concerned, they were struggling. I'm talking about struggling. A lot of absences.
Could have been the pollen.
Yeah, it definitely was that too, because it was all major. Had a lot of people wearing masks. Because, when you going in and out of the buildings, doors are open and pollen's everywhere, and we got an old school building, so ain't no telling what kind of leaks in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were hurting.
I think what got me that even though I ran on the ped
trail,
it's the treadmill, Peloton treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the garage, and I think pollen was in there, and I did an hour run, and so 6 miles, and I did a little bit over 6 miles that day. And I think just the heavy breathing and the pollen that was in the garage, I think that also is what hurt me.
Yeah, I need to clean it out so I can get all that dust and particles and big materials away out of there. Yeah, but no, nothing for me, man. Just the routine, like really routine. I felt groundhoggish this week.
Did you?
Yeah, like get up, take a shower.
You acted groundhoggish too.
Yeah.
I mean, groundhog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you acted groundhoggish too this week.
Yeah, because I didn't go in no holes this week. So most groundhogs, then they bury themselves in the hole. That's what it was. That had a lot to do with it. Hey. It was just, everything was so mundane. The only thing that was different was my gym. I purposely tried different workouts, same efforts. I'm going heavy for the next 3 weeks. And then it's just, I don't know, it's just, I need to make some changes. I feel muscle definition in places, but my weight and the body fat is staying the same. So it's kind of trippy, trying to figure that out. But that was it, nothing too big. I'm trying to, bottle my excitement for this week, but we'll get to that in the looking forward to section.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, let's talk about something. I sent you a few things.
I did. I read both of those things you sent.
Great. And I know you are always talking about the second story we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I'm always talking about that.
And I've never talked about it, but I've experienced it because it always happens for little boys, little girls if it's in a certain situation. But we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So let's talk about, there's a new thing out there in the world called pufferfish. Like we always try to bring y'all different kinds of
terms.
Yeah, terms based off of parenting or dating or whatever it is. So this one is like, they mention it in a relationship article in Self magazine online, but this person also exists in not just dating world. They exist in their everyday world. But the title of it is Meet the Pufferfish, the Worst Kind of Person to Date. But I think, well, maybe to date, yeah, but this person exists, so how can we, if we're not dating a pufferfish, but how can you discover or acknowledge, someone is a pufferfish in your everyday life, whether it's your boss, your friend, because if you, on this one part, when you're calling somebody and they say they kind of like ghost, so you want to know, oh, they're a pufferfish. So you don't take it personal. Don't take anything personal, but still, you kind of, understand where they're coming from. So what is a pufferfish? All right, so let's get to it. Let me read this right here. So this has come from Yahoo.com, but in the Self magazine section. So, where is it? Oh, did I miss it? Sorry, y'all. I had my life together earlier, but
then he lost it.
Then I lost it. All right, so what is puffer fishing?
Yes.
Okay. Puffer fishing. Well, first of all, do you know what a puffer fish is?
Yes. It is
I was trying to listen to them first. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
The one that always answers. I know what she was in class. Look, Crecia, can you let someone else answer, please? Ooh, but I know it. She thinks she's smart. Jill call her dad.
Y'all want to know a little story real fast before we get to the pufferfish?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was pledging Delta and we were learning all the history about Delta, I was super excited about pledging Delta. I mean, I was reading my book frontwards, backwards, sideways, and always. And we got to our pledge session, and our big sisters was asking us questions. And I was the one who knew all the answers. Then they all got mad with me, but then the big sisters said I should know all the things. I need to share all my knowledge with them. And I was like, well, them heifers ain't reading. So then, guess what I did after that? Pufferfish. I stopped reading. And if I knew the answer, I didn't say it. Because I was like, I'm penalized on both sides. So yes, I did become the pufferfish.
All right, so what is a pufferfish?
So the pufferfish is the fish that when it's in danger or feels threatened or feels scared or has any kind of fearful emotion, then it will go into protective mode and it puffs out and it has these little spikes. And then that way it wards off anything that could harm or hurt them.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like I like when you said that, you said scared or kind of, I think it was like uncomfortable, something like that. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like I had to defend myself. It's just situations I got to do something to make myself not feel so
uncomfortable,
weak and uncomfortable. Yeah. So that's what some people are. Those are the ones who self-sabotage relationships. When a person gets too close, they do the new term of ghosting now. So let's say they're in a relationship, just a friendship with people, and they love the communication, but then they're afraid that the communication between the friends or friend group is going to stop. Just their crazy mind saying, "Oh, this is not going to last forever. Nothing lasts forever."
So you try to protect yourself from
ever having to be
hurt.
let down. So you just ghost everybody, and then you just leave the group completely. So are you a pufferfish? And they're saying that this one lady, she pretty much said it, this therapist told this lady, she kept calling it quits every time in, short-lived relationships, every time she got close, every time the emotions got strong. She said, you're a pufferfish because anytime you start to feel vulnerable, you stick your spines out instead of communicating. Very, very important.
I was thinking also for pufferfish, it also could be contributed to their previous experiences.
Of course.
And so they carry that with them, and that could be a result of them being a pufferfish, or
that's a fear.
Maybe not
fear being hurt,
and maybe not even their own personal experience, but the experiences of others in their lives.
But that is still part of their experience.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually go through it.
No.
But they heard about it, saw a specific person maybe they cared about go through it. So that's why.
The one thing here is that, and I like this, I was just there. But, I guess I can't find it. But it was saying about us on Cree.
Don't be saying me, because I ain't do nothing,
because you said I had it, and then you said something else, and then I lost it again.
Why you move your finger?
I didn't. Because, this don't do it like that. All right, here it is.
Oh.
It says puffer fishing is really just protecting ourselves. It's a primal instinct to make sure we're okay. So we all puffer fish at some time.
I'm a puffer fish.
I'm trying to think, when have I puffer fished? I can't say that I'm a puffer fish. I can't say that I am.
I am.
Maybe if I'd done it once, or twice, but never like where it's the same situation.
Yeah.
For me to realize, oh yeah, I puffer fish on this. I think I'm kind of odd in that regard because I'm always trying to see things through to the end.
Yeah.
Even I'm like, wait, just wait, let's see. We can always get out, but let's just see.
I think I'm that with like new friendships. I don't know. Maybe it's not a pufferfish. I don't know. I'm going to say pufferfish because I just think meeting new people, getting to know them, their ins, their outs, their good and the bad.
But is that
learning
protecting or
somebody?
just you don't want to?
I don't know. I just don't even feel like it. I don't know if it's a protective factor either, but I don't know. Sometimes I think of pufferfish because, if it turns out that it's not, I feel like I wasted my time of trying to know somebody and then it's not. And I feel like in most things, I don't know, I won't say I outgrew people. Maybe I just don't have a high tolerance. I don't know. I don't know if that's the pufferfish piece or not.
I don't think that's a pufferfish. That's not a pufferfish. That's
I believe.
I'm trying to think of a fish that don't care.
Well, I believe in protecting my peace.
Yeah.
And so when things just get kind of complicated, I'm okay with saying, child, and then I just go on my merry way. And I also think sometimes I'm so happy with home that it's just kind of like I don't desire for more.
That's what I'm saying. So what is that?
I don't know. What you want to call me?
I'm going to call you a catfish. But
oh my God.
Not a cat, but I was thinking because catfish just chill in the water at the bottom. And they just...
At the bottom, they
But
eat.
you ain't at the bottom.
They're scavengers.
Yeah, don't call it that. Every fish is a scavenger because they always... Like the other ones eat shrimp. That's a scavenger, eating stuff.
Well, we eat shrimp.
I know. We're scavengers too.
We are scavengers.
Yeah, because we eat multiple things.
Yeah, we eat.
I'll say you're probably and I don't want to say a sponge because you're not necessarily. It's almost like you're a coral reef.
You know what it is?
That's what you are.
What? Why would you say that?
You are a coral reef.
What does that mean?
Because you're just there, and you're like, look, coral reefs don't necessarily have the mobility to move around. Mm-hmm. Like, if they're broken off, then they're originally, connect and attach. Mm-hmm. But that's because nature took them that way, not because they did whatever. So it's like, look, I'm here. Mm-hmm. But if nature takes me and these situations and events take me to being in this person's presence multiple times, we may become friends.
Yeah.
And coral reefs also, they are necessary for the environment because if you broke a coral reef, top down. You break a coral reef off. Mm-hmm. Now the smaller fish do not have hiding grounds in order to be able to breed. Mm-hmm. And when they have hiding grounds to be able to breed, those fish then find other locations, which is what make them feed, the bigger fish looking for them to come out. Mm-hmm. Well, if those bigger fish didn't have those smaller fish, of course, they would die. Mm-hmm. And then the fish that rely on them would die. Mm-hmm. So the coral reef is the base and the premise of sometimes keeping people together, not necessarily trying, but offering space of refuge.
Maybe.
Is what you did the coral reef did for the fish. So you're offering a place of refuge if a person wants to be your friend or a person wants to communicate.
I'm accepting of that.
Or just anything. Mm-hmm. But I just don't.
I'm not out searching.
Yes, I don't have the capacity to actually go out there and either be.
Yeah. I'm not searching. If a friendship naturally happens, that's usually for me how it goes. I'm not searching. I'm fine with or without. Yeah. I should say.
Like you don't do and say, I need to find a new friend group. I joined a book study just so I can be with like-minded ladies like myself.
That is not Cree.
Yeah. I joined a run club just so I can be with people.
That is not me.
Not just run, but I wanted to also meet friends to run with.
That's not me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with running by myself. I'm okay with...
you're a coral reef, not a puffer fish.
No, that's me. That's me.
Who do you know that's I think my mama's a puffer fish.
Oh, for sure. But I think that comes from her...
Some of it comes from the past, but some of it also comes from my mom is not truly open-minded.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She sees... And I think some of that comes from fear, and some of that comes from inexperience of seeing it happen before. Mm-hmm. You know, because like when I wanted to do TV, they told me no, that's a bad decision, bad idea. And then once I got on TV and got on TV again, and then got on TV again, anytime I say I want getting ready to try this, ooh, what will you be doing now? You see what I'm saying? So the experience of not ever seeing it happen is what made them pufferfish, because she is a huge pufferfish. You know, when it comes to, like I said, like things that she just don't relate to, or she self-sabotages herself when being asked to do something. I'm just not gonna have enough time to do that, and don't even know yet.
Well, but still she overcommits.
She does, but when instead of her just getting to it and grinding, because she does, the reason why she overcommits because she knows she can do it. She does it well, and people, they're not gonna allow somebody to overcommit that they don't want in that position, right? And so,
and she's gonna do the job,
right?
She's gonna do it well.
But she puffer fishes herself, one, because she's stressing about that perfectionism of the job. You know what I mean? So she'll talk herself out of, or she won't do something right offhand because she's trying to protect the film. But of course, the deadline comes and she got to do it anyway. Or she'll call Cree and say, "Hey, I was thinking of this. I can't find it anywhere. You seen any red bowls in the right box? Sometimes they have them on Amazon.
And she can go on Amazon
but she
herself.
already looked. That's why she said sometimes they have them on there.
She does that to me, and she just did that to me for something for the church anniversary, and I have so much going, as y'all know, and so literally I spoke to her on my way to the hairdresser. And I told her I'll look when I got to the hairdresser. I sat down in that hairdresser's chair. It was literally like 15 minutes that I had spoken to her about that, and did not remember anything that she said. When I sat in the chair, I just said, I'm going to take a nap. And I just took a nap. And that's what I did. And then she texted me the next day, and I said, oh, Lord, I forgot all about that. Because that's the night we went to the Luna.
Eclipse the Luna? Okay.
And then we went to Eclipse Luna, and we had them good cocktails, and then, child, I wasn't thinking about anything. So it was just like a nice, like, I got my hair done, took a nap, got my hair done, we went to the mall, went to the local Luna, came home. I did not even think about it at all, but yeah, she will call me and say, Cree, do you know where I can get? And I think just to have somebody to feel like she's doing a job with, that she trusts that will, and then I feel like I let her down. I told her I was so sorry.
That should be all right.
Yeah.
You think our boys are pufferfish? I do.
I don't know about Kahari, but Kimani for sure.
What is Kahari does it himself.
What does he do?
When he gets nervous or afraid of commitment, he shuts it down and he just won't do it.
Give me an example.
His spindles, like, okay, with school.
When he gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
Yeah, so he just...
And he makes up an excuse why it won't work, and I'll be looking at him like,
or he shuts down. When he shut down, that's his spikes.
Yeah.
That's his spikes coming out. Be like, you know what? I'm not allowing the hard work to come in. I'm just going to quit the work.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable. Yes, I'm going to quit the work. And then Kimani does that, I feel like, not with achievements, because he's going to achieve all day, but in personal relationships, where people try to grow, to me, things with him, but I don't know if he's so caught up in achievement or if it's his own confidence.
Yeah, because I was just going to say,
he's not comfortable with himself.
What is the true reason?
Yeah.
Is it that, like you said, because they always been, Kimani, speak to them. The guy said, hey, I didn't know y'all from school. And they was always, I don't know what to say. So I think that is part of it too, because he didn't really have any deep friendships besides what's outside of his brother. How do you make new friends?
Yeah, and I always wonder, and I know things happen the way they're supposed to, because when they were in elementary and they were in school with me, they had their little crew of people that they would hang out with, and do. And I wonder, would it be different if they would have kept in the same place?
It probably would have, but I mean, you look at time changes. Well, no, I know what you're saying. Not just with their friends, but see, also, I think sometimes that because that's what, like, he and Kahari, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
So they don't have to have new friends.
That's true.
So I think
the
also,
twin thing.
yeah. So let's say, what if they got a group of 5 friends, and one move away, one falls out. That's only one more dude.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
true.
So that comfortableness of just still being in a group like that is eventually when new groups come in, you be like,
yeah. And I've heard that a lot from twin parents, that's sometimes a thing with twins that happens.
They don't need anybody because they got each other.
They're puffer fish in different ways. More with Kahari's more with the achievement piece, like change.
Yeah.
And then Kimani's more so with the personal life piece, thinking. I don't know. There's uncomfortable in both of those for them. Mm-hmm.
The article says that how do you get over puffer fishing tendencies?
Oh, what does it say?
It says eliminating the behavior completely isn't the goal. In fact, it's okay to have your spikes out sometimes, especially around new people. Mm-hmm. And then the writer said, but if you want to build close relationships, whether that's romantic relationships or whatever, friendships. It's ultimately best to repair your mindset. And that's to understand past experiences.
How it's impacting.
Right. Past experiences do not have to affect new experiences. They can actually be two different things.
And then some people don't even have past experiences. They just overthinkers. I think of some of my clients that are that way, and they're puffer fish.
Yeah.
Because they are just overthinkers, and they tend to think more in the negative. So they go to, what if this person...
And they hold on to it.
Yeah. What if this person turns out to be a terrible friend, and then I tell them my secrets, and then they go tell my secrets to other people, and then other people start talking about me, and then they just go to this whole...
That's what I'm about to say. What you did just now is exactly what the problem is. Because you could always, like you said, it's always good to protect yourself. So you could have just stopped at your first thought, which is great because you always want to be like, well, if I don't, then this is how I need to pivot.
So that you can notice if that happens to be a
And
thing.
so, but like you said, they stack that. And then they have another reason and another reason and another reason and another reason. And by doing that, you're never going to really get over it because it's always a what if, a but if, and a, maybe if, So, all right. So let's see what else they say about puffer fishing.
Okay.
One thing said, knowing your emotions, knowing what draws, whatever you puffer fishing on is important. And it's important to actually lean in on what it is that's pushing somebody away or pushing you away.
Yeah.
So that you can really say, oh, is it that serious? Do I need to push myself away? Why am I doing this?
It allows you to be reflective. And then you can be able to think with a reasonable mind.
Yep.
Okay, let me be logical. Has this person done any of the things? Let me go back and think of my interactions with this person.
Yeah.
Have they done this thing to make me think this way? Have they done that thing? Have they given me a suspicion of that? Have they been unkind to me? And so then once you kind of reflect and go, wait, it's a no to all of that. Then why am I puffing?
Yeah.
Okay, let me unpuff. And let me continue building this friendship or relationship. And then if these thoughts come back, then I'll take that moment to reflect again.
On what you just said, they were saying don't be protecting yourself as a wall. Because you're supposed to protect yourself. Yeah. They said, but protect yourself in the metaphor of a fence.
Yeah.
You rhyme with sense. He said, because a fence allows you to have a separation between you and that uncomfortable feeling, but it also allows you to be able to see through the other side and what's making you feel that way and how is it that I can stop feeling that way. Yeah. But when we put it up as a fence, we just say, this is why every time I see this, I shut down. Okay, here I am. As opposed to, why am I shutting down? Is it really that scared? Because, if you got a fence, a picket fence, you can kind of look through and say, oh, that's a little dog that was barking, not a big dog.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go over there. As opposed to you just hearing that barking in your mind, oh man, it's a big rabid dog that's probably already killed 2 humans, as opposed to just going over there. So we need to change our mindset and not be a puffer fish.
Yeah, because you'll find yourself going through the same cycle over and over again. And I think with that, if you feel like for anything, if you keep losing a job, if you keep getting in and out of relationships, if you keep losing friends, at some point you've got to sit and evaluate and be honest
Who
with
is it?
yourself.
Who the problem?
And really go through and look. And then if you find that you are attracting specific, here, babe, put that.
No, that's all right.
Specific.
It's too close.
Okay.
I get animated.
Oh God. And then if you find that you keep attracting the same kind of partners or friends, then you may need to shift and say, well, I need to start choosing better people.
That's right.
Yeah. Or I need to work on myself.
Work on myself.
Yeah, I think that's just important.
Me, myself, and I.
That's all I got
In the end.
That's what I found out.
And it ain't no puffer fishing. But for now on, I'm a not puffer fish.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right.
So anyways, yeah, I think
fishing.
That is. I like the puffer fish.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good article.
We had a puffer fish. We had what was that other one? Helicopter. Lawnmower parent. And I saw another one, but I'll look it up next week and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
This one was crazy.
Don't be a puffer fish.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
Don't do it, girl.
I ain't gonna do it.
All right, so let's get back to the next story at hand. The next story at hand says...
Oh, this really
you
what? Can't read it all because it's pretty long.
It is.
But, yeah, it was a very good article.
So this article here, it's the article title, yahoo.com, is why black children are often untreated. I mean, why black children are often unfairly treated. Okay, and they're talking about treating them as, or seeing them and their behavior as adult-like. Okay, so this article explores how black children are frequently treated more harshly than their peers, especially in schools and disciplinary settings, due to the implicit bias and systemic inequality. I don't know why I can't read today. And systemic inequality. All right, and as Cree and I said, of seeing these individuals as adults, seeing their behavior as adult-like.
One of those examples in that article was saying the mom who had adopted a black girl and she had a daughter. They were the same age, and they wore the same similar skirt, but they sent the black girl to the office to change her skirt because they said it was too much. And I want to say it was like first grade or kindergarten. It was a primary grade. They were like, why? This is a primary grade. Why is that not? But they didn't send the other. And they're already sexualizing her as a 6-year-old.
Yeah. But systemically, that's why I'm glad it says systemic inequality because, you know, and we know back in the days, they always, out of fear of the black man or the black woman, they pictured us as being overly aggressive, mean,
black women overly sexual,
over sexualized, and the same thing for the males. You know, they was, oh my God, that's a strong mandingo, strong buck, you know, for breeding, and so that was always a fear, you know, and so that has carried over years and generations down. And, you know, many people wouldn't understand it, but the people that lived it or the people that are in touch with it, they do understand and they have seen it or have been a victim or of it, you know. And so I know growing up, I've seen the mistreatment of little black boys, you know, wrestling or play fighting, and it's deemed as violence. You know, as opposed to somebody else and say, hey, stop horsing around, you know, or my passion on the field is deemed differently than somebody else's passion saying, yeah, and me saying, let's go, you know, jumping up and down like that and saying, you need to act like you've been there before, you know, and like you said, in the classroom, we see that with, I know I'll go into the ISS room. And we're not the minority on campus, but it's just like in prison. We're not the minority in society, but we're the majority in the correctional institutions. And we're not the minority on campus, but we are the majority in ISS. We are the majority when it comes to write-ups. And I sit in the classroom, so I hear it all the time. And the kids are comparing, so I had those same kind of clothes on, and they let me walk straight by, and so it's there. So I do understand. It's called adultification biases. One of the biggest issues highlighted is something called adultification bias. This means black children, especially boys, but also girls, are often seen as older than they actually are, less innocent, more responsible for their behavior. Because of this, adults may respond to them with less patience, less empathy, and harsher consequences. Give me a little something on that, and then we'll go into the other points.
I'm just thinking about how unaware people are about it. I mean, that's where the bias comes from, right? That how they're so unaware of it. But I think in order for things to change is that people have to say. I think it does, people feel like they shouldn't have to be the spokesperson for black children if you're in a school and maybe there aren't as many black representatives as far as teachers or that sort of thing.
But you better speak up if you noticed it.
But you do. When I was a school counselor, I did. Because I also find, we're talking about black children, but I also found it with Hispanic children, that they had the same sort of treatment as well. And I just could not allow it. That's just part of who I am.
Yeah, me too.
You're not going to mistreat innocent people. And if it's not fair and I feel like there's some bias that you aren't aware of, then I'm going to make sure you know that's what it is. Even in classrooms where I had to observe and you send me out for a specific student that happens to be a black male, but then I look in your classroom, I'm like, wait, there's some behavior standing out more than that. Like, let's talk about, like, why are we highlighting this, but we're not highlighting that?
That's exactly what they say. They say the disproportionate discipline, black students are more likely to be suspended or expelled, more likely to be labeled as disruptive or defiant, less likely to be given grace for normal childhood behavior. The same behavior that might be seen as kids being kids in others is often viewed as a serious problem when it comes from the black children.
Yes. And some of those things, that's exactly what I see. I think about when I was as a teacher, what you're telling me to come out and look at and see, I'd be like, that's not a problem for me. That's that's manageable, right? But we are setting it up and making it as if it's something that is defiance.
Yeah, and I think teachers, or just people don't see their biases because bias don't exist where truth lies in their mind.
Well, bias doesn't exist in a world where whoever the culture is or race you have a bias towards is a part of that. So you can't understand your bias when that's not your circle.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so what like, so let's say.
So nobody can kind of call you out because they're not even a part of it.
Yeah, but so like this, and I'm saying this is where the bias, it's not a bias, it's in their mind. I'm telling you where, just where it comes from. Okay. So let's say I'm biased, like towards these kids. And I'm saying they're grown, they're aggressive and all that stuff. And they say, why are you doing? I said, well, I was always taught and I've always seen, you know what I'm saying? So they're saying like facts. And we're saying facts of what, but it's right, it's the facts of what you probably seen in your closed world and your interpretation of what is really facts. But that's what, because of bias, they like really, they don't think bias is not true.
And you know what's unfortunate? What's unfortunate is, I'm just going to say the thing, that there are many black parents who want their children to get the best education.
Correct.
And so they end up going to schools that are high performing.
Correct.
Where there aren't a lot of black children in that school. There aren't a lot of black teachers in that school. And so there's bias everywhere because their experience with Black children is very limited. And so they go into these spaces and they are getting a great education because there's not the distractions, there's not the all of the things that are
they
happening.
have more resources.
They have more resources.
Because a lot of times we do know that especially like in populations that are not like the chocolate city populations, the Black population is more they're heavily populated in the areas that are not as affluent. Yeah. And I hate to say that about us, but even in our own county.
That's just what it is. But that's how things were built and made.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
And so, this is just what
and now these Black parents,
these are the cards that we were dealt.
Are able now, financially and other, rules like, school of choice like that, and the goal allows them to be able to go to those better performing schools.
Yeah, and not even that, just the exposure of who they get to interact with and the exposure that they experience because their parents are in careers and jobs that allow them to have this exposure, that also contributes to where they are academically and all that. But however, their experiences, I just imagine, are quite challenging. We saw it with our boys.
Yeah.
So it's specifically with Kimani being in an advanced class and being in a class that there are only 2 other Black children in that classroom. And for a teacher, whenever an answer is wrong or she wants to show the wrong way to do it using him as the example, we had no clue this was going on for him. And then he and I was like, hey, Kimani, I'm going on a walk. You want to go on a walk with me? And so he was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So he and I walk in and I'm like, hey, how's school going? What's your favorite class? And he said, my favorite class is this. Why is that your favorite class? And just getting him to talk about what's going on. I said, well, what's your least favorite class? And he said, he told me his least favorite class. And I said, why is that your least favorite class? He said, well, the teacher always used me as the example of the answer that's wrong. I said, what? And so I couldn't wait for this one to get home from coaching. I was like, oh, no.
See, I didn't know that part.
Oh, no. Something's got to be done.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. It was the main part for us was when she moved his seat.
But that's what happened after.
That's what made me go. I didn't know because if I would have known, thank God I didn't know he was the example part. I would have lost.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And so I would have lost my job. And so I said, okay, as teachers let me go. I'm not going to go to the principal first. Let me go on and email her.
So let me take a sip because I didn't know that.
You never knew that?
I did not know that.
I emailed her and, tried to be very appropriate in my message to her. And she wrote something back. And then so I asked Kimani maybe a week or so later, how's it going in that class? And he says, oh, she moved me to the back of the class. I said, the back of the class? Why did she move you to the back of the class? And she said because she just wanted to make sure I didn't feel uncomfortable or under the spotlight. I said, okay, this is how we're doing things. So then that's when we reached out to the principal, and they weren't going to move his classes.
Right.
Then soon after, that's when Kimani did the thing.
Yeah, but, okay, yeah, go ahead.
So then soon after is when Kimani did the thing, so we got a call.
And the thing was, he was supposed to have wrote something on his paper. And he was calling her a funky bitch.
He called her a racist.
Racist bitch? Mm-hmm. A funky racist bitch? Or
he
racist
called her just a racist bitch. I don't know about the word
maybe that's
funky.
just me thinking about her being a funky bitch.
But he called her, he said, Miss Such and Such is a...
Oh, Lord, thank you for not letting me know.
Said, Miss Such and Such is a racist bitch. And so we didn't know. They just said they wanted us to come up. I couldn't. He went up. And so Kimani came to the office with them, and they left, and Hugh were just explaining that, they're having a little bit of issues in that classroom, and so they said, we'll be right back, Mr. Hare. And so he said, son, now before these folks come back, it's something you need to tell me. He said, I
yeah, because he had wrote it on a piece of paper.
He wrote it on the back of his worksheet because he didn't know that there was something they were going to have to turn in, and then she said turn in, he forgot he wrote it on the back of it and turned the paper in. So he says he might have done it on purpose, but that's not like him because he does not like conflict.
And I was like, my son don't even talk like that at home, so I doubt he said it. So he said, oh, we'll be right back.
And they brought that paper.
And they brought the paper back, and I looked at it. I said, you did this? He said, yeah. I said, why? And he said, because I hate it in there. I'm uncomfortable. I hate this class. Mm-hmm. And I said, I understand why you hate the class. And we've already tried to talk to, and I was,
the principal.
And I said, this is why. And so, I understand, son. I said, so, but I apologize for him speaking that way. We don't teach him to speak that way, let alone a man calling a woman that. But of course I called because she was that way. And so, I'm telling you just now. But then I said, I think it's best because she's already shown that she doesn't like my son for whatever reason. I'm not going to call it racism because I don't know. I can't speak for the way other kids being taught in that class. Mm-hmm. But I do know that there is a singling out for an adult to be acting petty like this. And I told the guy, I said, so he needs to have his class moved. Well, Mr. Hare, we can't move him. It's in the middle. I said, excuse me. I'm in the education system. I teach right down the street, Kennesaw Mountain High School. I have had several kids have situations where they were removed, I don't care, 2 weeks into the classroom because it was not a conducive environment for the teacher or the student.
And then I remember you saying, we did email her first.
Yes.
And we asked him, how are things going? And you told her what he said, that
Mm-hmm.
she moved him to the back of the class, and she said, oh.
Yep.
And things were changed.
Because she didn't tell all of her stuff. She didn't send emails and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, and I threw around. I said, look, I know that because Dr. Daniels had just left. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? Don't worry. I said, I'll talk to Dr. Daniels. Uh-huh. I said, because he knows, and he is a close friend of ours, and he would not tolerate this kind of treatment. I said, but I guarantee you, either my son is going to have his class changed. Mm-hmm. I said, today or tomorrow, or we're going to have some problems. And I said, and I don't know what the problems look like. I said, does it mean me getting the news up here? Does it mean causing a ruckus? I said, but whatever it looks like, I'm not going to let my son be mistreated up in here. We bought a house for these schools specifically, and you best believe that we are going to enjoy these schools we are at. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know,
they did.
That morning, they gave him a new schedule.
They did. They gave him a new schedule. And so in that way, we did have to advocate. And so that's why I always tell parents, it's so important for you to talk to your children, especially when you know they are the real minority in that space. That you need to ask them, how was your school day? What was the best part of the day? What was the worst part of the day? Like, you need to have those conversations because I know for my boys, when we're at home and they're talking, I say crazy things at home. So sometimes they think I will go to their school and say the same things, but I tell them I'm completely professional when I'm dealing with things at your school. I'm your advocate. If you can't do it, that's my job as your parent too. But when we are putting our children in schools where they are the minority, you have to check on them. You need to ask questions. How was your day? What was good? What was the best part? What was the worst part of the day, to ensure that they aren't suffering through adults' biases that will ruin their spirit, just blow out their little light, right? And that is what happened for Kimani. His little light was blown out.
Yep. This is what it said. It said,
and he is just now to me getting it back.
Yeah. This said the long-term impact of these things, these patterns don't just affect the kids in the moment. They shape their self-esteem and identity, the trust in authority figures, academic outcomes, and future opportunities. Repeated negative experiences can lead to disengagement, frustration, and feeling misunderstood. Mm-hmm. And what this looks like in school, everyday life. So in school, a black child, this is what it looks like in school. A black child talking in class gets labeled disruptive, while another child is seen as chatty.
A chatterbox,
On the playground, roughhousing might be called aggressive for one child, but playing around for another. Mm-hmm. With emotions, A black child expressing frustration may be seen as angry or threatening instead of just upset. With mistakes, instead of being corrected and guided, they're more likely to be punished quickly. And in public spaces, a black child being loud or energetic may draw suspicion instead of understanding. So, in its core,
and representation matters.
It does.
In spaces where populations are changing, then the representatives in that building need to change.
Yeah.
So that
either their mindset needs to reflect or their experiences.
Or even trainings that train about certain things of different cultures.
That's what I'm saying. That's gonna affect their mind.
Yeah,
so either the mindset needs to be present or the social experience needs to be present. Yeah. And the social experience is actually going to have the mindset too. So definitely needs to, because it changes with anything else.
Yeah.
If the demographics change to handicapped people, then the business is going to make sure that they have handicap accessible things
for that. Correct.
If it changes to
language.
Yeah, language, they start offering language. Companies went to digital payments because other companies did. And it's like, well, it's changing, so we got to change with the times.
We got to change with the times, and that should be the same.
But when it comes to, I think, deeper the same racial stuff we've always dealt with, there is no changing. There's no changing for the times.
Yeah, and that just goes through a lot of things. It's just the inequalities, right? That's just really what it is, and the fear of the success of specific cultures.
Yeah.
So that really is where a lot of it stems from. So I just think as parents, just be aware. Check on your babies and make sure they're in a safe space to grow and learn. You just have to make sure of that. And that you can't, we do our best to make sure to encourage our boys and make sure that their light isn't dimmed or not. But sometimes the power of other people and those interactions are stronger than what we can.
They are. They often are.
Do. Yeah.
Really, what, we say this when we're talking about our students. We see, or when you was a classroom teacher, you saw your kids more than their parents did. Because if they went to, think about when you were in elementary and they stayed with you the whole day, right? So, and then they go to ASP for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, then you pick them up,
Pick them up, and some of them have gymnastics or something after that. So let's say that's another hour. So right now they got out at 3, 4, 5, 6. So they get home at 7.
Dinner,
they got homework,
bed, and that's 9 o'clock.
They got 3 hours
with you.
Yeah.
So there's
3 hours with the parents as opposed to 8. 9 with someone else.
Yeah, so many things that can impact them. And the crazy part is that some people aren't even aware that they can dim or ruin the spirit of a child. I did a training with some staff, and someone asked me that question. You really believe that a teacher could ruin the spirit or dim the light of a child? I said, absolutely. And I shared the story of...
And this is unknowingly, right? Yeah.
And I shared the story, and they just are like in awe. And you definitely can.
Low frequency pretty much gives low frequency sound. You see what I'm saying? So they don't really necessarily know they're dimming their light.
No, they don't
because
know.
Their light is already dim too.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't understand.
Yeah.
They didn't know that not motivating him was, or so I say, I can be a football player. Well, not that many people. It's like, I was just really telling him that I was showing him a plan B, but you weren't encouraging.
No.
You know what I mean? And so that's, I think, a way that dim, that low frequency gives off that low light. So that kid is not seeing the brighter side of the picture.
Because the idea of if an answer, it don't matter whose answer is wrong. Why are you using anybody as an example of the wrong?
Oh, you done went back over there.
I'm sorry. But why you doing? You know what I mean?
She knew. But this lady knew what she was doing.
I'm just saying. I know.
So this ain't got nothing to do the light dimming.
No, it don't. And I'll tell y'all something about that. I called because I volunteered and did all the things at the school. I called my PTA person I knew, and I said, "Tell me more about Miss Such and Such." And she was like, "Oh," and I got all the tea. And from there, things started happening.
It started making sense and stuff like that, too.
Yeah,
the whole
started
school.
making sense.
The whole school.
And then the whole little group was like, "Oh, no."
See, the Soap Creek should have told them about me.
Yeah.
They should have told them about me.
They should have told them. Let me tell you.
You don't know.
This one.
You don't mess with me.
When the boys were there. We dropped him off at school. They had projects, so he drove them because... Wait, no. No. They took the bus, and you realized that Kimani was the one who had forgotten his project, and they were presenting that day. And he was like, "Oh no, he's not going to be the little black boy who doesn't present." So he tried to go drop off his project, and they're like, "Oh, we are so sorry. We have a school policy. We don't allow parents to drop off projects because we have over 1,000-something students. If we do that, then we would be doing this all day." And he said, "Okay, well."
At first I said, I said, now that would work if it was happening all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not happening all the time. I said, I'm the only one here right now trying to drop off my child's work. Well, we still don't allow that, Mr. Harris. I said, I've never done anything, I had to bring any work back or drop anything off. So it's obviously not going to happen. I said, look, I work in the school. I tried to throw that when I was at another school. I said, I'm a teacher, so I would love for a parent to be able to drop off their child's work if they, spent hard-earned time and all that effort and put that effort into it. Mm-hmm. They didn't buy it, so I said, okay, tell them what I did. So
what he did was, he said, well, you know what? I need to check Kimani out.
I checked them both out. I
need to check them both out. They have an appointment. And then they went. He said, yes, I need to check them both out. He checked both of them little jokers out. They went and got some breakfast. Came back and it came. If Kimani probably knew what happened, he would have never walked in there because Kimani does not like conflict. If there is a rule, he's following it.
He's following it.
And he did not tell Kimani what the rule was. They came back from breakfast. He dropped him off that project.
And I said, good luck with your project. Right there in the lobby. Good luck with your project.
And they were like, the audacity.
And boom, boom.
And so that project got turned in that day.
Ooh, let me go
and presented.
Yep. Let me go to my job with my students.
He is so quick with it because I just would have been frustrated. I would have never thought of that. I just would have been so frustrated and been fussing and cussing all day.
Yep. I said, I got a surprise for y'all.
He was good with that.
And when the boys came and said, what? I said, I got a surprise. Let's go to breakfast.
They were like, breakfast.
Yep. So we're on food around.
No. Okay.
So that's that little deal there. All right. So let's talk about the last thing.
Yes.
The Believe It Sister story.
Believe it, baby.
Of the week.
Yes.
And this story.
Oh, I saw this one too. How did the crack?
Hold on.
Okay.
So there was this movie that I know me and Kamani watched it. Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Where the bear got a hold to some cocaine in a plane that had crashed, and the bear went crazy. Which is a true story. Okay. Happened in Georgia, right? Yeah, it happened in Georgia.
Yeah.
The guy was flying from Tennessee to, I think, Savannah, somewhere.
On a passenger plane with a plane full of cocaine.
Yeah, and so it was like a private plane, and he crashed in one of the Georgia mountains, and the cocaine, was in the mountain. Now, they didn't find a cocaine bear or nothing like that, but they were just saying that how cool would it be if a bear actually ate the cocaine? Well, now in the Bahamas.
Oh, so a bear never did, but that was.
Yeah, that's just the story of it. Yeah.
So it was not a true. It was a true story of the cocaine being there.
Yes,
but the bear didn't.
Yeah, because people was like, man, all these animals would probably get hot. That was the running joke.
Okay.
All right, and so in the Bahamas, there have been sharks that have tested positive for cocaine, caffeine, and painkillers.
Where they getting it from?
I repeat, sharks in the Bahamas have tested positive for cocaine, caffeine, and painkillers. A new study found. And so researchers they analyzed blood samples from like 85 sharks captured around one of the most remote islands in the Bahamas. Of those sharks, 28 had drugs of some kind in their system. And so the findings show that the widespread pollution that can spread even to places seen as pristine. That's why they tell you, like, even now, don't flush your old expired medication in the toilet, because
why would you do that?
It filters, because they don't want to throw it away.
You can also throw it in the trash, and it could go into the landfills.
Landfills too, but they don't want to necessarily throw it away, because if somebody, our folks, they don't want nobody digging in their trash and stuff like that.
If they dig,
but it's just like
drugs.
mail too. But like mail, like people digging your trash for mail, they might be found some drugs. Now they in there for drugs, and they're a drug addict, and they come and they beat down your door, and now you got to shoot him because he a crackhead trying to steal something.
That is
you know what I mean?
I hear you.
And so we talking about cocaine lions and bears, sharks around here. Yeah. And so the caffeine was the most found substance in the sharks tested. But only 2 tested positive for cocaine. But that's enough. Think about a cocaine shark. They're already ferocious.
Yeah.
You got a shark high on cocaine. I mean, he's fast.
Oh, man.
Energy, he's jittery, he's biting everything.
Biting legs off.
Everything. Ship, boats, getting holes in them. He's over there biting everything. Just crazy shark.
Just a crack shark.
So, yes.
A crack shark.
And with caffeine, they really don't get tired.
Okay,
but then,
it might counteract.
That's what the painkillers do. That's the counteraction.
What?
The painkillers. Because painkillers like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then I got all the cocaine. So it's going to be that they're going to fight each other, and it's going to put you in that just like, I'm up, but I'm out.
They might be, if the combo of it together, they might just be chilling.
They might. Or it depends on what they had most that day. Yeah. The painkillers.
Yeah.
They had a lot of painkillers. But, painkillers, opioid drugs. Because stuff like that. But that's how they trafficking.
They probably overdosing.
That's what they said. They probably, one thing said that.
Because you get opioid, crack, and caffeine.
Yep.
You're dead.
Yep. Now, they said that the scientists suspect that, like, from getting the cocaine and stuff and the painkillers, they may have bitten into packets of drugs that had fell into the water.
Oh, from the ships that are transporting.
And then they said that many of these sharks were captured near popular diving and cruise spots, suggesting that wastewater from like the cruise, when they had to flush, could be contributing to the results, along with increased wastewater from the urban development. So people on the cruises,
they just cocaine and they just cocaine.
Oh yeah, they gone.
Dang.
That's why they was cutting up. Remember right after COVID, when everybody could finally travel, people that was like, well, I'm getting on me a boat. Because they ain't never done, people thought that they can't never do whatever they could have done
that
before ever again.
That might explain the people that fall into the water from the ships.
Oh yeah, they be high. They be high as a kite, especially now with the little party drug.
And they probably feel like they're on the boat. They don't have to drive anywhere. Let's get lit.
You can get as lit as you want to.
Don't do it.
But they get too lit.
Don't do it. Don't get too lit.
Yep. Yeah. So it's the first time caffeine has been found in sharks, and the first time cocaine has been found in sharks in the Bahamas, though it has been found in sharks in other locations.
Huh.
So the painkillers were acetaminophen, which is a generic name for Tylenol, and diclofenac. There's also a pain medication, which is also sold under brand names like Voltaren and stuff like that.
But if you think about, caffeine could be from so many places.
Of course.
When we were young, it was just no dose.
Yeah.
But now you get caffeine in anything. All the different kinds of caffeine
mints.
Drinks, the mints,
the
everything. Gum, your coffee with the espresso. I mean, there's so many different places to get caffeine. So I'm thinking, if you're drinking all these things and you're using the restroom, that stuff is flushing through. You're also pouring out what you're not. Like I bet if we thought about the increase of the percent of caffeine found in urine and in the water, I mean, it has to be at an astronomical amount, because when I go to these different middle and high schools, everybody got a caffeine drink in their hand. Yep. They all got a Monster or what's the one with the C?
Celsius.
Celsius. Yeah, they got the Celsius, the Monster.
What's that one?
Red Bull.
A Luna, a Leia.
Yeah, they
somebody. Yeah.
All of them have that, or they got a Starbucks drink in their hand.
Yeah.
But they all do.
And they still fall asleep in class.
Yeah, and they drink, and I mean they drink them like water. They drink multiple ones a day. You are not supposed to do that. So yeah. That's why the sharks are getting it.
Yep. Oh, that old caffeine,
and maybe
crack shark.
I know we have global warming and everything, but if the sharks got crack, painkillers, and caffeine plus global warming, y'all go in the ocean if you want to. I think not. I'm not doing it. Because that sounds scary to me.
Crack! I can't wait to see a crack shark though. They're gonna have one. Because when they have Shark Week, they need to have cocaine shark.
They gonna have
on Shark Week. Let me be the host for Shark Week, cocaine shark.
Cocaine shark.
That'll be hilarious.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So let's get on up out of here.
Right,
but before we get up out of here, we got to get that. As I do it, side eye of the week.
What's your side eye?
My side eye is pollen. Also known, when I came to Georgia, people say also known as tree sperm. Tree cum. That's what I heard.
Oh my God.
That was
I've never heard such a thing.
I did. I heard that. So yeah, it's everywhere. And I take my glasses off and then put my contacts in when I go work out. And just that little of course, I don't have nothing on but with that contact, it's kind of, after a while, they kind of get under it. And my eyes be feeling heavy and slow. Slow. Like, I'll be like, I can't, they got to focus. And they finally focus because, my contacts got the little stigmatism thing in it. Stigmatism unite. But pollen is, I can't even drive with my top off on the Jeep, because.
This ain't the time.
No, it ain't the time. It ain't the time. And every time I lean up against something, I got a yellow print. Yeah, a green print on my body. So, and it got all the kids snotting, coughing, eyes red. I'm walking to the clinic, taking kids. I want you to be my proof that it's pollen, not pink eye.
Because they don't want to go home?
No, they don't want the kids to say they got pink eye.
Oh, God.
Because you say you got pink eye, the kids.
Everybody's like,
yeah, they all
mess
with. They call you nasty.
Oh, God.
Because they say pink eye means somebody farted in your face. So the kids, then they going to say you been eating booty.
When I was in 9th grade, I had a bad case of pink eye.
Ooh, they say you been eating booty when you in 9th grade.
And
somebody farted in your face.
My mama took me to this doctor. I don't know what century he came from. He gave me he tried to get pink eye medicine that was a cream. You had to rub in your eye. I said, what the hell doing
you
this?
You thought you was a dog.
Ain't nobody doing this. So she had to take me somewhere else so I can get some medicine I can just squirt in my eye. I was like, ain't nobody doing this.
It probably was the eye doctor mama and them took us to give us the glasses. Same man.
Oh my gosh.
Big old.
Tell me what's your story about them glasses.
So my mom, we had some insurance that my dad, started working for the Corps of Engineers, a great government job. And so we get the insurance, and the doctors were locally in Mobile. So we go to Mobile. We got our little appointment, and it's like right off the road too, like off of Government Street. I'm talking, when I say right off, it's like when you walk out of the door, you're looking at Government Street, like right there, you're looking at it. So
they thought they was doing it,
and it looked like it was in the house though.
Yeah.
Like real talk, it was like in an old house that they had converted into an office. So we going through the whole eye exam. We excited, because glasses was a thing. People wearing just fake glasses or whatever. And we was just excited to be getting a real eye test. I really can't remember another eye test before then.
Okay, before then, okay.
And so we go, and he said, "Yeah, I see a little." And me and my brother probably was bullshitting with the test,
trying to get glasses. I did the same thing.
Trying to, and so he said, "All right," and He gave us some glass. I'm trying to think, did he?
No, he dilated y'all.
Yeah, he dilated our
eyes
first. He dilated our eyes. But I'm saying, I want to say, did we have to order the glasses come back, or did he just give us something that I think he gave us something that same day?
And then when y'all went home.
Yeah, so, but before we even got home, so we dilated our eyes and we never had that. So that's why we missed the test. That's why we failed the test. So he dilated our eyes and then put us through the vision test. And that's the wrong order.
Wrong order.
And so we can't see shit. And so we looking. And I hear, we said we both at the same time. I can't see nothing. Mama, I'm blind. We both crying. Mama, we blind. We can't see. Yo, shut up. Just sit down, take that test. Shut up. And we go there crying. I can't see. I think I'm about 6. So Kirk's about 10. Yeah, no, a little older than that. So let's say 10 and yeah, about 8. We're about 8. Okay. So about 8 and 12, and we couldn't see nothing. I'm talking about nothing. And so then we got these glasses. That's what we had some glasses. They were the same glasses. In the military, they call them BCs, which are birth control glasses. They say because if
ain't nobody wants you.
Right, nobody wants you in those glasses. And the glasses are similar to like tortoise shell version of like the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, like that. What the old like Magnum PI and all them, used to wear back in the days. And that's what they looked like. And they were so thick. The lens was so thick. So we're driving back through the tunnel and we couldn't see nothing. Like we looking at the tunnel, it looked like we finna go into the wall because everything was white. So we just saw the whole little magnification of the tunnel. And we get home and we was like, we cannot wear these glasses at school. We can't wear them nowhere.
Well, your daddy came home.
We get home. And we had them glasses on. We thought, Daddy, we can't see it. Get them damn glasses out their face.
No,
that's what he told Kurt.
He said, what has happened to my family? Oh. What is going on?
Because we up in there like this.
Like Stevie Wonder.
We looking around. Our eyes, we can't see nothing. And dilation medication back then was like you felt like your eye was dilated for a day, a whole week. And so we sitting there looking around. Because you know how when you trying to look at something, you like, and we looking at TV.
And Calvin Harris was like, what is happened to my family? What is going on?
We all looking crazy. I was definitely like, because Kurt was looking like, and then anybody come in, he go.
I bet you I was like, ain't nothing wrong with them, Calvin. They just.
Because you hear, but you don't know. It's like in the dark.
So what Kurt do again?
You hear somebody come in the door, sitting on where the couch at.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, they must have gave us all bad insurance because I remember when I went to my eyeglass place, they gave me it seemed like 1,000 tests.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the test with the doctor, I couldn't see.
I'm telling you, my eye was gone.
He gave me glasses. I told him, I feel like I'm walking on mountains.
Yes. That was. We had to come down them stairs.
I promise y'all, ain't nobody but black folks got that kind of insurance.
We had to come down the stairs outside. We would trip. We couldn't see nothing.
Well, nobody but black folks got bad insurance like that. I'm telling you, it was just us.
So happy to go to the doctor too and get blind. I probably wouldn't need glasses to this day.
I'm telling you.
Had he not messed me up.
I was like, what? Something's wrong.
My pupils still dilated.
That's why you got stigmatism.
Right. He done stigmatized up.
Stigmatized
He done stigmatized me. God dang. Done messed me up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking huh? I'm trying to look at TV. It's trying like that. Oh, Kurt.
Oh my god.
Trying to see who at the door.
Lord have mercy.
We couldn't see nothing.
That's hilarious.
My mama tried to kill us, boy.
She did. And then she tried like nothing wrong with y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. Y'all can see.
Y'all can see.
Y'all can see. we had prescription readers.
Oh my gosh. Lord Jesus.
So I don't even know how we got on that from pollen to glass.
The eye. The pollen in the eyes.
But anyhow, that's my side eye.
Oh my gosh. I don't really have a side eye this week. I was trying to think of something, but the pollen was really my side eye this week because it was just terrible. I didn't think I had allergies, but it's some super pollen out there.
Yeah,
so some of
sperm. That's a song. You play that tree sperm.
Anyways, that pollen got me this week, so I'm side-eyeing the pollen as well.
Yeah. Okay. So gratefulness. What are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? You know what I'm grateful for? The cadence in my voice.
Oh, that's what that lady told you.
You know what? I'm grateful for that because for so many years, and I know I've said this before, your person, here she go again. But I am grateful for that because for so many years when I was in high school, I was told, and I heard through the grapevine and through many people, that my voice was annoying. And look at me with this voice that people want to hear and enjoy when I am presenting. My job is presenting. That's what I do.
What the devil meant for wrong, God said, give it to me and make it for good.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Glory.
Thank you, Jesus.
That's what he did.
So anywho, I'm grateful for that.
Good gratefulness.
Yep, that I didn't let it dim my light.
Don't let it dim.
You know what? I'm going to show. But I've always been that. You say that, listen, I'm going to show you. Boo-boo. And I'm showing. I don't know whoever said it. What you grateful for?
Let's see. I'm grateful that I'm unbothered.
Don't be unbothered. Don't be bothered.
I am unbothered. You know, like I don't know if that was this week or last week when we was talking about my transfer.
Yeah.
And the admin, one of the admin finally came and talked to me.
Yeah.
I said, they say you're in good spirits.
Yeah.
I was like, well, how should I be about you being transferred? I said, yeah. I said, and it's not the prime situation. It's not what I would have chosen.
Yeah.
I said, but you know, hey, I still got a job, and I said, and it looks like I'm needed at the school that I'm going to.
That's a word.
I'm getting ready to enjoy this. And Miss T said, oh, he getting ready to kick the door down for you. He gonna kick his foot on that door, and the whole door gonna fall off.
Say it, T. Say it.
And I said, that's true. So, you know, I'm grateful that that I'm unbothered.
And you know what? That goes with what I posted on my Instagram
What
story.
you posted?
I'm convinced that showing up every single day with a good attitude puts you ahead of 95% of people.
Yep.
So.
And so I'm grateful for that. I can do that. That's one thing about me. In any situation or position, I can get in there and smile and be, you know, as friendly as I need to be in the heat of competition or whatever to my enemy, speaking to them as if they are for me. I'm grateful I can do that anytime, any place.
That's a blessing.
Yep. So what are you looking forward to?
Child, spring break, baby.
Yes. I'm
just looking forward to some time to do what I want to do.
What's that?
I don't know. That's what they asked. We had a team meeting all day Friday and we're planning things. And they said, well, Cree, what are you doing this weekend? I said, working. And I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. And so, I don't have any plans. Just living the life.
Yep. I don't know.
That's it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to spring break for sure. Like I said, right now we don't plan on going nowhere or doing nothing.
Yeah, something. We got time.
I mean, we'll do something,
but
we don't know if we're going nowhere.
But we're not going on.
Like staying in a hotel.
Don't seem like we're going to a vacate. Possibly.
So.
But right now it looks like the hotel will be our.
Yeah, it looks like it's our room. Maybe we'll figure out a staycation, a nice hotel one day that does early check-in and late check-out to have a full day to benefit it.
That'd be great.
You know, something.
Yeah.
But who knows? But that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to spring break. It's going to be great. Just relaxing, getting some things done around the house that I'm definitely going to get done.
And after spring break, it's almost over.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to...
About 6 weeks of school left after that?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, after I talked to Claude, doing some more hip-hop Harry stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely looking forward to doing that.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing some more hip-hop Harry appearances. So, I'll pop up on social media, doing some stuff there. So, and I get paid to do it, so that's what's awesome. That's awesome.
Blessing. Opportunities, which we prayed for.
But that's what, that's coming up next month. So
favor ain't fair, but it
sure feels fabulous. I was going to say good enough again. But it is good enough. And that's
it's more than good.
It is. It's fantabulous.
Yeah.
But that's it. I might try to watch a movie today. I can't wait to watch that one movie. That killing movie, what I said, And They Kill Us, or
I don't know.
What's the name of that movie?
I feel like the whole time I have not looked at the camera, I've looked at that board.
Yeah, and I was looking at the speaker.
I think you need to put it behind it.
I don't know what happened. I was looking at the speaker in the plant the whole time.
Child.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay, but anyway, let's go. Let's get up out of here. Got some good tea from the market.
Oh yeah, we went to Nam Dam Sam.
Yeah, the Asian international market.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all need to try this stuff. It's in a jar. It's ginger, honey, and sometimes either lemon or whatever. We bought some kind of pear, and I bought some more of the ginger honey. And you can scoop it up,
plum, and
put it in a cup and just like put your hot water and drink that, or you can put it with your tea. It's great, for.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's so good. It helps. Has a lot of vitamin C in it, so it boosts your immune system in times of pollen. Has B vitamins from, of course, the honey and stuff like that. And
I can't even believe that's like not at a tea shop.
Yeah,
we're meant to have a tea coffee shop.
That's what I'm gonna do. / shoe store.
That's something Kimani. I don't know about a shoe store.
I always wanted to own a women's shoe store.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
women's shoes.
Kimani is the best baker, but I just think that'd be really cool. Like that I have not seen that. There probably is somewhere that does it, but man, that would put you a step above.
And let's call it. Oh, I can't say it on here.
Oh, don't say
somebody
it.
Steal
somebody steal it.
Yep.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I almost gave y'all some free game. Oh, look at God.
Chop.
Boy,
don't do it.
I almost said
Don't do it.
I almost said
we got plans.
Yeah, let's get off of here because we about to go on.
Ooh.
Yeah. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Dang.
Be quiet. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay, come on. Let's wrap it up.
All right. So y'all, we gone.
Yeah.
This is the Refreshingly Normal podcast with Kefla
and Cree.
And we enjoy y'all, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace. The Refreshingly Normal podcast